Masechta Bava basra daf Kuf Yud Beis Amud Aleph. I'm starting from Kuf Yud Aleph Amud Beis, the second wide line. We're bringing you a different market from where do we learn out that the husband inherits the wife. So where do we see that the wife can inherit? The husband can inherit the wife. So this Tana brings it from here. The Tanya that we learned from Yorash, it says that he will inherit her. Her is going on his wife. Oisa. From here we learn out that the Baal inherits the wife. Those are the words of Rabbi Akiva. I don't need this drasha of the Yorash Oisa. There's another pasuk. It says v'chol bas yoreshes nachalo mimates bnei Yisrael leechot mimishpachas mate abiyati leish v'geima. The Torah was makbid on a woman, a girl who inherited from the mother, right, from the mother's side, from one shevet, that she shouldn't go and marry into another shevet. So how will it go to another shevet? So either that she, let's say, how will it go if she gets married? That if she passes away, the daughter inherits the mother's from the shevet. Now the daughter marries a man from another shevet. If she passes away, who's going to inherit her? The husband. So you see, that's how it gets transferred. The husband. So you have an eye, the husband.
How come you die so fast? I mean?
No, but it says so.
All of the
100 years old. But the pasuk is talking about that they're transferring. How will the property be transferred to the Hasabas Habal? The Iman says another pasuk like he said. It says another pasuk that he will. There it says that again. You shouldn't marry into another shevet when you inherit from one shevet. The daughter shouldn't marry into another shevet because why? Because if she dies, the husband will inherit her. Another pasuk to the same inyan. Another pasuk, three psukim that talk about the same inyan that she should not marry if she inherited from her mother's shevet. She shouldn't go and marry into another shevet. So that's another pasuk that shows you that it's gonna. She shouldn't marry into another shevet because if she does, what will happen? We're afraid that she'll die and the husband will yiddish. So here you have it right. The husband's yashin's the wife. Here we have a new shot. Another pasuk. But Aaron, the Elazar, the son of Aaron Mace, he passed away. He said, "We give us Pinchas Benai," and he was. Aaron Hakin's kids, yeah. Yeah, so Aaron had a son, Elazar. Elazar had Pinchas ben Elazar. Elazar passed away. Pinchas buried him in his giva, in his chelka. So it says the Gemara, Pinchas, why are you saying he was buried in Pinchas, his chelka? It's nicht the Tate, Elazar, he inherited from his father. How did he get his own nechasim? Yeah, so why didn't it say he buried Elazar and Elazar's chelik that he got? Oh, is that right? Pinchas had his own. How did he get his own? What happened when Pinchas married a woman? Mesa and she.
Not from the same shevet.
Yeah, not from the same shevet. Mesa, she died.
She was not a kohen.
Probably not. He was V'yirasha, and he inherited.
No, I just want
to. Okay, V'yirasha, and he inherited. Okay, and then there's another pasuk. We have so you see how did he have his own? Because his wife inherited the husband, and she died, and he yashin. So you see, the husband yashins the wife. Another case. So he brings from here Sguv. It says Usiguv Hoylit as Yoyer. Sguv had a son Yoyer. Vayihiloi esim sholish orim be'eretz agila. Yoyer had 23. Yeah, he had 20. How did he have 23 cities of his own? It's not Sguv's. No, maybe one wealthy woman, and they called it the 23 cities of Yoyer, not of Sguv. So where did he have all this property? Obviously, where did he have such a rechush? And you're not calling it his father's rechush. You're calling Yair. He married into rich. Yair Isha. You already married a woman. Umeis and she died. Yeah, sure, and he inherited. So you see the husband marry rich. You see the husband married. So you see the husband.
Usually they're looking for a rich husband.
Right. Yeah.
Which one?
No. The Bachrim allemaal zoeken for the rich girls. Thank you, my brother.
That's what they do. No?
Yeah.
You want to be in Koilo.
Yeah, the whole time. You have to aid them of guests. Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Why do we need all these rayas? So it's very simple. The first pasuk you brought down was Bechol Bas Yerashis Nachla. So maybe that pasuk is talking about how did the property get transferred to another shevet? Not that the husband inherited the wife; it's the son inherited the parents.
Her son.
Her son.
Who was not from the father.
Her son, right? No. It says the son. She dies.
Yeah.
The son is like the father, and it goes into a new shevet.
Yeah.
She inherited from one shevet. She got married to a man. So you're saying, how is it going to get transferred? Because she'll die, and the husband will inherit her. Who says it has to be that way? She died. He died out of old age, and the son inherited.
Yeah.
And now it's under a new shevet. The son is from a different shevet.
Based on his father.
Yeah.
So this is they both died, then the son could
The son Yashin, and that's normally the way. So why do you say? So you don't.
Say that they both died.
You don't have to say. You don't have to say the husband transferred it by her dying. He yashined her. It could be they both died and the son yashined it. But maybe the husband didn't inherit it. Maybe it was the son that did the transfer. So he says that. So you wouldn't have an eye from that pasuk. Tashma. That's why we needed the next pasuk.
You would have a right
That the husband can yashin the wife. So he says Tashma. Therefore, he says I'll bring you a different pasuk. So since the previous pasuk spoke about how did it get transferred to the son, so this pasuk is talking about it got transferred to the husband, that she died and the husband inherited. And if you're going to say no, labdavka, these two psukim is talking about that the ben inherited it and it went into another shevet to the son. Why do we need two? Yeah, so why do we need two psukim saying the same thing? Lava say to teach us that the Yoeva sign a lav, sign a say, because the first pasuk is talking about. It says le'echad b'mishpachas mate avia tiya leisha. They have to be from the same. They should get married from the same family. So, but if not, it's a lav abomi asay, and that you don't get malchus. And the second one is mamash halaisa. It says v'loisisa, to tell you that you're going to be over on a lav, and then on asay.
Who's going to get the lav? The woman.
The woman, yeah, she marries out. So the mother Toshma, therefore, that's why I needed the third pasuk. That's why the third pasuk is the one that's telling us that the husband was the one that transferred it. The wife died and the husband yashined it. From the third pasuk. Because the other two pasukim are talking about that the son transferred it. Why do we need two pasukim? One for a lav and one for a say. If you're going to say, maybe we needed the third pasuk. Lava Allah b'shnei lavin, to tell you you have two lavin. Va'asei. There's twice loisisay. And the last and the first pasuk spoke about Tiya Leisha. I'm saying the mishpachas mati aviyah, Tiya Leisha has to be from the shevet aviyah. That's asay. So maybe he's coming to tell you two lavim with one asay. Tashma Elazar ben Aaron meis. The Begivus Pinchas. It says Elazar ben Aaron died. And where was he buried in the Chelka from Pinchas? How did Pinchas have money? Because he got married and his wife died and he inherited it. And if you want to say Elazar hudnasvitza umeisa v'yirasa Pinchas, maybe Elazar married a wife from a different shevet, right?
And he died.
And she died, and also he died, and Pinchas inherited, and Pinchas buried Elazar in his Chelka. Why do you have to say that Elazar? Why do you have to say?
So why is that Pinchas Chelka?
No, so how do you know it was Pinchas's chelik and he inherited from his wife? Maybe Elazar inherited from his wife. His wife, maybe, I'm sorry. Maybe Elazar,
died,
it's
and they both
Elazar died and his wife died, and Pinchas inherited. It transferred to Pinchas.
Why is he burying
And
Pinchas?
because now it's Pinchas and nobody's alive, so Elazar is putting him in Pinchas.
So he took the.
But really, it's Elazar's chalka. That's how Elazar, yeah.
Oh, because they both had.
Toshma says the Gemara. That's why I need it. Because how did Yari have 23 cities under his name? And if you want to say over there, just like by Pinchas, Sguv was married to Isha and she died, and Yor, the son, inherited. Says that's impossible to say. Why do I need two psukim telling me about a son who inherits from his parents? So obviously, Yor inherited from his wife. He married a woman, she died, and he inherited. I could say that the husband didn't inherit it. And the three original psukim is talking about that it was transferred through the ben, not through the baal. Like we said, to tell us two lavim with one asay. V'yor and Pinchas will say, V'yor, how did he get these nechasim? He had his own money. The Zavim Mizban, he bought these nechasim on his own. Not that he inherited from his wife.
When he had so much truma that he got?
He had money. Pinchas, Nami, Yor wasn't the kohen. Pinchas was. Pinchas, Nami, the Zavim Mizban. We could say also Pinchas had money. He did business on the side. He was a malamet, and he also did real estate on the side. He made some money.
He was a kohen.
And he was a kohen too.
People gave him all this.
Yeah, but he made business with the money.
He used to do it on the side also.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
Rabbi Goodnig said, Zarov, still have to have a business on the
Oh,
side.
he had?
So he doesn't
So he doesn't need
Right.
to take shaykhah, otherwise he needs to take shaykhah to make it.
Pinchas, now the Zavim is one. We can say Pinchas also bought it. Zag you want to Malay, so Abai said back to her papa, Pinchas, the Zavim Mizban, like Matzis Amrit. Pinchas, that he bought it, that you can't say. Why? Because the Im Kain Nim says Hasada Chayzeres will be able. It's known when you buy a Zdei Achuzah, when you buy a Sada, it goes back, we're able to the original owners.
50 years later.
Yeah, 50 years later, but that doesn't, it's nicht lefi kveda, but nimmt tzadik cover bekever shein shalai. You find that Elazar was buried in a cave that didn't belong to him, that the Sada goes back. He bought a Sada, and it's a Sada that's going to go back to somebody else.
That's why you don't bury in France the people. Because if they had it
No, they dig out.
they dig it out.
They dig it out, so they.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, right.
Same idea.
Here he is, it says by Snei Chutz, you're not allowed to make a change. How was he able to bury Elazar? So the Mepharshim answered that he got his shus from the one that owned the Snei Chutz, that he could bury. That's how we can learn pshat. So as the Gemara, it doesn't make sense. To say that he bought it, so it can be that he bought it. So he had to inherit it. How did he inherit it? So that's why we want to say he inherited from his wife. So say, you know what? Maybe he didn't buy it, but you could say, you know how he got it. The Nephilim is the Charamim. There are people that give a Magdish that feels the Hagdish. If they don't redeem it, right? So by the 50th year, what happens? It goes to the Kahanim. Pinchas was a Kohen, so maybe he got this bill as a Chayim, as one of the Charamim. That's it.
Lucky guy.
Lucky guy. Abaye says, save. We're going now back to the original Gemara that we said, so it says, by Isha that her father was from one Shevet and the mother was from another Shevet, so she yashins from two Shvatim. So the Gemara is dealing with Ketzeb Nesuim La'echad Mishevet Aviyah Moinem Esayisa Shalavaras Nachla Mishevet L'Shevet. Okay, Abaya. I'm starting now again. Abaya. You have it on the top? I'm sorry, on the bottom. Abaya. Abaya said, "Save Hakam Isaka Nachla Mishivta the Ima L'Shivta the Yama." He says, when the Bas Yashins the Nachla from two Shvatim, right? It was already transferred. You're saying the daughter has a mother and a father. The mother comes from Shevet Ruvain, and the father comes from Shevet Shimon. And she inherited a Nachla from the mother's side, yeah? Who's from Shevet Ruvain.
Yeah.
But it was already transferred to Shevet Shimon because she married a man who's from Shevet Shimon. So it was already transferred. So what is he talking about? what are we worried that the boss is going to transfer? What is she transferring?
It's already.
It's already transferred because the mother married from
Shimon.
Shevet Reuben
Shimon.
to Shevet Shimon.
Well, we
To
don't know,
man-
where was she from? She was from Shevet
She
Reuben.
was from Shevet Reuben. She married a man from
Her
Shevet
father,
Shimon.
let's say her father, she got her father,
Shevet
Reuben.
Reuben. And now the daughter, she has a daughter.
So who died now?
So the mother, let's say now, even if the mother, who the mother who comes from Shevet Shimon, who is
Mother from
the
Shevet
mother that comes from Shevet Reuben, who married a man from
Shimon.
Shevet Shimon. Now she dies and the daughter gets it. Why shouldn't she be able to marry somebody else? It was already transferred by the mother. She married it into another
She
Shevet.
married into Shimon. So
She married into Shimon. That's what he says. Garei nekra nachla mishevet ima. I'm reading the Rashbam. Mishevet aviyah. Thomas Abbas v'yeshana. When the daughter, meaning the mother, dies, right? The husband or the son will inherit. It will be all in Shimon's rishus.
either Shimon the husband or
Either the Shimon the son, or Shimon's, or the from Shevet Shimon, his son. So it's already transferred. So that's the problem. Madua. Why would why the lechatchila? What is he talking about? You understand? It's already transferred. From how do we know that the Torah was makbid on such a nachla that she shouldn't be able to marry if the mother was from one shevet and the father was from another shevet, and now the mother was from shevet Reuben and the father was from shevet Shimon, and the mother died and the daughter gets it. How do we know she's not allowed to marry out? Why not? It's already changed.
I mean, Shimon's daughter.
Yes, Shimon's daughter. Why shouldn't she be able to marry out?
Because
So-
it's already out of her.
It's already out of Reuben's rishus, yeah. How do we know that Torah was makbid by such a case that she should marry out? Maybe in such a case where a daughter is inheriting the mother who is married to another shevet, Shekava Uzba. The Nachla, the Yerusha was already transferred from the shevet of the mother, her mother, to the father. That if she would die, the father or the son can inherit. It was another shevet. So maybe it's only applicable to a Yerusha from the father's side. That if she inherited from the father, she's not allowed to marry into another shevet. Her father is from shevet Shimon, so she cannot marry Levi or she cannot marry Yehuda. That's from the father's side. But how do you know if she inherited from the mother's side, she still cannot marry
Because
into
it never
another
went
shevet?
directly to her. It always went to Shimon. And from Shimon it went to her.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say the mother and the father died, and she's the daughter, right? Who's the Yerusha that she got from? Let's say there was only Yerusha from the mother's side. How do you know she can't marry into Yehuda? It was already transferred officially to Shimon. She's so why shouldn't we? Okay. So the Yimada Amalei Shekava Huzba. We don't say it was already transferred. We're going to say she has to marry the same shevet. You have to understand what it means, and the Gemara is going to explain. If you say it was a transfer already, so she could, and she's allowed to marry. This is how we touch up the pasuk. Say if it was transferred to the son or through the husband, there's no kpeda here because it was already transferred.
What do you do to Ben? Which Ben?
Let's say you had a son.
Who had it?
The father had
We're
a.
talking about Reuben and
The
Shimon.
mother had a. The mother Rachel came from Reuben, and she married Chaim Yankel, who came from Shimon,
Yeah.
and Rachel dies, right? So now let's say there's a son, or there was no son, the daughter with Yashin.
The son's
But if
where?
she would, huh?
Where's the son
No,
from?
there's a daughter. There's only a daughter. If she died, the husband would first Yashin it,
Right.
right? It would already be transferred.
When she got married,
Uh,
it was
uh,
transferred.
It was already transferred officially. Now the daughter inherits it; she should be able to marry out. And it doesn't matter. It was already transferred to either the father, or let's say the father had a son. The son died, and she gets it from the. She's left with the Yerusha, whatever. Says the Gemara Eliyam. But if you're going to say it wasn't transferred, you don't hold of this concept of Kval Uzba, Kima Nazba. When the daughter gets married, what's the problem if she gets married to somebody from the mishpacha, from the shevet of her father? Hamisakra, again, says when she does get married, even when she does get married to the same shevet of the father, that's a problem. Why? By her getting married, Dafka, to somebody from the shevet of the father, her father was Shimon, from Shevet Shimon.
Okay.
So you're saying the pasuk says even when she inherits from her mother, she must marry from the same shevet of the father. From Shimon. Says Gemara, if she gets married to Shimon, now she totally took it out from the mother's ishus and put it into Shevet Shimon. Till now, it was when she was a daughter under the mother and father. So it's a partly belonged to the mother, partly belonged to the father. So it's from both. But once you're telling me that Torah says she must marry from the same shevet of her father. So what is that helping? Now you're uprooting, you're taking it away completely from the mother's ishus.
Otherwise, you would say what? That if you didn't say that, who
so the official.
Levi.
So that's the problem. No, so why should she have to marry Dafka from Shimon? What does it help marrying somebody from Shevet Shimon? She's uprooting it completely from the mother's ishus. Originally belonged to both. Reuben, but when she got married, it belonged to both. Now that the so you're saying that if the mother dies and she inherits it, and she's going to get married Dafka to the father's ishus.
Back to Reuben, no?
What do you mean she
When
can't?
she inherited from Reuben.
But it's the mother's
Her
also.
husband has a right
But
to
when
it.
she is a daughter of the mother and father, she has
Both sides.
that chalka from both sides. But the moment you tell her she
Did
should,
the father have rights to it already? As soon as
yes,
he married
yes,
her?
yes. So now, if you're insisting that she marry only from his Shimon's shoes, it's being completely uprooted from the mother, as if the mother never had anything. Says the Gemara, he says, what does it mean? It means that she gets married to a person that the father, that the father of the chassan is from the same shevet as her father, and the mother of the chassan is from the same shevet as the mother of the kala. That's what he means.
So again, she has both.
So then she has both. Perfect.
Right.
So the Gemara,
If one is for say Shimon and Reuben, then she gets married.
she has to have Shimon and Reuven.
So it has both.
Has to have the same shevet as the mother from Reuven. Her mother has to come from Reuven. His mother, the chassan's mother, has to come from Shevet Reuven, and his father has to come from Shevet Shimon, just like the kala. That's the match.
From intermarriage, he has to get
It's not intermarriage.
Intermarriage.
It has to be the same shvatim, exact. The mother from the same shvatim and the father from the same shevet.
So it's Michotonim now.
Michutanim, yeah. Okay. In fact, the Gemara Yachei Bazei, Hi. Why does it say that she must get married to somebody from the shevet of the father? It should say also of the shevet of the mother. If you're saying that, that the way it works when she inherits it, we're not only looking at one shevet. It has to be the father comes talking from the same shevet as the father, but his mother has to come from the same shevet of her mother. So you should say le'echad memishpachas mate avia ve'ima mibayelet. You have to say ve'ima. Says you want to iksib hachi. If it would say ve'ima, I would have said that even if it was the reverse, that the chassan's mother comes from Shimon and the chassan's father comes from Reuben. That's no good because the ikayichus is the father. So we have to follow the Ika Yichus, that the father, the Kala has to marry somebody, Chassan, that the father has the same Shevet, which is the same Yichus. And then the mother goes, is secondary, has to be mother and mother. And Kamashwan, that's what he's come to teach us. That's why he didn't write Be'ima, because if he would write Be'ima, either way, it doesn't matter. So he's telling you, no. The Ika is the father. Make sure the father is going to be the same. And then the mother is secondary.
Number two.
Okay, Zag the Maratanya, we learned the Braisa, Besibas Haben. In the two Braises, we learned one pasuk says it's talking about that the transfer will happen through if the mother and father dies and the son inherits it. So it went away from the mother's ishus to the son, it was mother's shevet to the shevet of the father because the son inherited. That's how it got transferred. But Tanya was
The father was never involved.
he died. and the mother died
They
after.
both died. Let's say they both died.
But
right?
both died. The mother died last, and now the son inherits it. But who's the son considered
What,
as?
they didn't die at the same time?
It doesn't have to be the same time. Maybe they were on the same plane. I don't know. It doesn't say it to be. But that he inherited last. Okay. V'tanya b'seiva v'sibas habal.
So where's the son is inheriting it now?
So the son inherits it. So whose shevet did he get
both
from?
sides?
He got it from the mother, the inheritance, right?
No, the father
So
died.
so now the father and mother died. So which shevet is now which? This chalka that he got from his mother was from Reuven, and he is considered as which?
Shimon.
He's considered Shimon, so he's transferred to the son. One Brisa said that's what the pasuk tells us, that it was transferred to the son. That's why they shouldn't.
Sheva,
That's why he says it should be from the same shevet. Betanya b'sibas habal. And another Brisa says why should it be from the same shevet? She should marry from the same shevet because we're talking about that. How did it get transferred? Because when she marries him, and she's bringing a chelik from, let's say, from Reuven, and she's marrying somebody from Shimon, and she dies, the husband inherits her, so now becomes chelik from Shimon. She took something that was a chelik of Reuven, now it's a chelik
What
of
about the
Shimon.
first case you said when the husband also dies who's from Shimon, she married into Shimon.
Yeah, but we're telling her how does it get transferred. We say
Then
she
the son,
shouldn't.
the son gets it, right?
Right. The son gets it, and
The
he's
son is
Shimon.
from Shimon.
So it got transferred from the mother's chalka, which was Reuven, and it got inherited to the son, her son, but now his son is Shimon.
Yeah.
Is a chelik of Shimon, so it got transferred. That's why we don't allow. We want the mother lechatchila before she gets married. She should marry to the same shevet
She should marry from the Reuben.
from Reuven. That's what it is. But we have two braises that are interpreting the pasuk different.
So the shafchan have to know what to do, right?
Yeah, sure. Tanya b'sibas haben. Okay, here it says. Here we say the transfer. Okay. So he says b'sibas haben. Here it says v'lo yisisav nachal lebnei Yisrael me'mata el mata. So these are the same psukim from before, but he's reiterating, he's chazering over that this pasuk it says v'lo yisisav that the girl shouldn't marry and to another shevet because the nechasim will get transferred. How will it get transferred? From this pasuk, we're saying b'sibas haben ka'akas madaba. The pasuk is talking about how did it get transferred? That if she marries a man from another shevet and they both die, the son will inherit it, and it got transferred her chelik into another shevet. Says the Gemara, are you saying that it got transferred with b'sibas haben? Or you know b'sibas habal? Maybe the pasuk is talking about how did it get? What are we worried about? Not that they'll both die and the son. It'll get transferred to the son inheriting it. Maybe the way it will get transferred is that the wife will marry a person from another shevet and she will die and the husband will inherit it. How do you know that that's not what the pasuk is talking about? Says the Gemara, because you have another pasuk. It says, and we know from later on, the Gemara says from the word acher, we learn out that there it's talking about that what we were worried about, that it will get transferred to the Baal, that the wife will marry a man from another shevet, she will die, and the husband will take the nechasim, and he's from another shevet. And we know for sure that pasuk where it says mimata lamata ache is talking about, we learn out from ache that it's going on the Baal. The Baal, we're concerned about the Baal.
What's about, he's still alive, the son, even though they have
The son is alive. Yeah, but the father's alive. Yeah. So how will I interpret the first pasuk, which is pasuk Zion? The last pasuk that says Ache, where we know the Gemara will say from Ache we learn out that we were concerned that it'll get transferred to the husband. The husband will inherit the wife. So there must be the earlier pasuk where it says Mata El Mata is referring to B'sibas haben hakas madaba, that we were concerned that it'll get transferred to the son.
The word mata that it means the son.
Ache. No, Mata El Mata is because that's an earlier pasuk. You can't say both psukim are saying the same concern. Why would I have two psukim telling you the same concern? So once we know, okay, he's not learning that pshat here. He's not learning that it's a come to tell it to Lavan. It's a different brayso. Then he says Tanya Hidach. Here he's going to say the same thing as we just said, but he starts off with the later pasuk first. He says V'lo yisisav nachal mimata lamata ache. He starts off with the that was the last pasuk in the other brayso. He starts it as the first pasuk test, and he doesn't learn out that acher goes on the Baal. He learns out mitzad asvara that the Baal, the Besibis HaBaal HaKos Medaber Atayma, or the Besibis says the Gemara HaKos Medaber Besibis HaBaal HaKos Medaber Atayma Besibis HaBaal Yena Besibis HaBen. Maybe it's talking about Besibis HaBen. So maybe that pasuk is talking about Sibis HaBen. How do you know the concern was it's going to be? How do you know it's going on the husband? Maybe it's going on the transfer. The concern was that because of the son will get transferred. And the Gemara Kushaima, when it says when it said Harei Sibis HaBen Amor, that's for sure talking about Sibis HaBen. Why? Because it's more. Who's closer? This is the Svara Gemara will say later on. Who's closer, the son or the father?
The son, no.
So here
The
he
son
brings
is
down.
his blood, and the father is only marriage.
Yeah, so we brought down. Yeah, we had it before. Whoa. Okay, the Gemara is going to bring down later on the svara. Why we're going to say it's the ben? Because the son is closer. He says Ache is obviously talking about the Sibis HaBaal, and Mimata Mata is talking about the Sibis HaBen, and the Gemara will explain how we learn it out from Ache and what's the svara behind. And according to the second brayso, what was the svara? Why should we say that Ache is going on the Baal and the other pasuk is going on the Ben? We're going to stop here. We'll stop here.
Was dit dus?
Yeah.
Zo, ik het af.
Yud Gimel.